Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by CALVO'S Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Ahead on Primetime, unearthed ancient remains have a final resting place.
The latest with hope and healing in the local Catholic Church.
And if you're expecting a refund, another huge batch has been mailed out. Hafa and good evening. Nearly a dozen ancient Chamorro remains found at the Pago Bay Resort will finally have a permanent resting place thanks to the creation of a memorial park.
Isa Baza has more.
10 years later, 11 ancient Chamorro remains will finally be reburied on the land where they were first discovered. The fragmented remains were found here along the Pago Bay Plateau back in 2007. A groundbreaking was held for their final resting place, the new Fen Hafutan I Menainatek Gwinigi Pagu Park, funded by the Pago Bay Resort, which will feature both a burial vault and storyboard inscription. Hural founder Anna Marie Arceo.
I think this is going to be one of the first of its kind where the developer is helping us to really honor and to restore and reintern our ancestors and give them that honor that is due to them, that's due to us as the Chamorro people.
The private park will be open to the public, equipped with public parking access, and will also feature demonstrations from Hural students. As part of an effort to honor ancient Chamorros, it will also feature a taro and yam field mentioned in the 300-page archaeology report. Pago Bay Resort spokesperson Barbara Burkhart.
Over toward the cliff, right underneath the Del Carmen apartments, we found an interesting formation of numerous mounds, linear mounds of limestone, and that's an indication that yam was planted by the ancient people. There was a very large and active habitated right behind us. And unfortunately, starting with the Spanish in 1600, it was, removed. The ancient people were removed from this site. So we're thrilled to be able to establish a quiet, meditative place honoring them.
The park is expected to be completed as early as July. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
More efforts to preserve the island's history. Joint Region Marianas will be holding its annual Marine Corps Build-Up Programmatic Agreement Workshop at the Guam Museum this Thursday. At the center of discussion will be the progress of the 2011 Programmatic Agreement and ways ahead for future collaboration. The PA was mandated by federal law and provides guidance for the mitigation of potential adverse effects of historic properties. According to the military, the workshop will provide an opportunity for stakeholders to catch up on tasks and requirements that have been met since 2011, citing, for example, funds have been appropriated in the 2017 National Defense Authorization Act for a Guam Cultural Repository, work together for a robust historic preservation plan, and developed and implemented a public access plan, visit important cultural and historical sites. The Guam Police Department says it maintains its transparency in the government. This statement comes the day after Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Aurelio Espinola confirmed with KUAM that the autopsy for Stephen Seagraves was complete, but that GPD has instructed him not to release the results at this time. GPD stating, quote, "Because of the confidential nature of this or any other criminal case, we refrain from providing details until an investigation has been completed," end quote. Meantime, Acting Governor Ray Tenorio defends the actions of police.
You're going to come across a criminal who's so brazen to take shots at them, and they need to defend the community just like they need to defend themselves. If you fire on officers, they will fire back. We don't want to see anyone injured or hurt. We don't want to see anybody turn to a life of crime, for that matter.
Seagraves was shot and killed by police last Friday after he led authorities on a high-speed chase from Barragata to Dededo. The chase happened after officers responded to a report of a man with a gun outside the House of Liberty game room. The investigation into the officer-involved shooting is ongoing.
When to use the went to escalate the use of force at the prison. That very issue now under investigation at the Department of Corrections. Special Operations Response Team officer is left with no other option but to fire his weapon on an inmate. An angry population at the prison's maximum security unit, Post 6, the special housing unit.
The inmates were irate because of their paid visitation at the time that was suspended. Special teams was called into the unit.
DEPCOR spokesperson Jeff Limo confirming that on the morning of April 8th around 11 o'clock, the commander called for special ops to assist. In this case, inmate Brendan Moku, who has been in and out of the prison over the years, was out of control.
Was making threatening remarks towards the commander. Special ops then took over scene, advised the inmate to comply with the instructions of surrendering, and went towards the officers in aggressive mode.
Limo says Moku ignored the officer, and that's when this happened.
The officers then shot 2 rounds of non-lethal to inmate Brendan Moku.
The special ops officer used a Remington shotgun that fires off non-lethal rubber bullets to take down Moku. Moku received medical attention at the prison for his injuries. Now, the incident is being looked into whether the department's policies and procedures were followed before that officer pulled the trigger.
So when he's already charging after giving several commands by special ops to calm down and surrender yourself, and he doesn't do that, and he's making every attempt to show an aggression mode, so our job is to protect himself and to protect others in the unit.
Moku's latest arrest record shows he is charged with terrorizing and family violence.
He's a very combative individual, and what actions need to be taken with that.
Limo adds the officers are trained to handle these incidents. The officer in this shooting remains on the job as the internal investigation continues to determine if he was right to pull the trigger or if he should have used other non-lethal methods to stop Moku. He'll spend close to 5 years behind bars for his role in a drug conspiracy. 33-year-old Michael Bamba was sentenced in the district court 2 years ago. He pleaded guilty to conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine hydrochloride through the mail. His case resulted in the seizure of 137 grams of meth with a 90% purity level.
More familiar faces fill the open seats in the newly formed nonprofit Hope and Healing Guam. Here's more. Andrew Camacho is the vice president of the Concerned Catholics of Guam. Julie Perez-Bollinger is a retired nurse and no stranger to the weekly Sunday pickets in front of the Hagåtña Cathedral. Retired teacher Joe Santos is the man behind Silent No More, the effort which ultimately resulted in the change of Guam law to lift the civil statute of limitations for child sex abuse cases. They're no strangers to the controversies facing the local Catholic community. In fact, they've all been active in trying to clean up the church, which is why they were chosen and announced on Tuesday as the Board of Incorporators for Hope and Healing Guam. The nonprofit was established with the sole purpose of addressing clergy sex abuse claims. Although funded by the Archdiocese of Hagåtña, they operate independently. Hope and Healing Guam Executive Director Michael Caspino.
One of the big facets of having these 3 folks involved is the independence element of it. They are here to make sure we're independent from the Archdiocese, which we are. So there's certain boundaries we don't cross. Can you think of 3 better people from CCOG, Silent No More, protesters there that would ensure that this process is independent and transparent?
Camacho will serve as president, Perez-Bollinger as secretary, and Santos, who is off island, as treasurer. Their names were recently submitted to the Department of Revenue and Taxation to make the nonprofit official.
Our work is administrative. We'll do the budgets, pay the bills, file the annual financial statements, etc. The general administrative work of the corporation. The real work of Hope and Healing Guam, the healing, the counseling, the treatment of victims of abuse, will be conducted by the Board of Evaluators.
Earlier this week, former U.S. Attorney for Guam and the CNMI, Alicia Limtiaco, was named chairperson of the Board of Evaluators. She and 6 soon-to-be-named board members will be tasked with addressing claims head-on. Again, the number to call is 188-649-5288.
$10 million in error-free tax refunds were mailed out today. That's 3,244 tax refund checks filed up to February 1st. Since the beginning of the year, a little over 8,000 checks totaling $41.6 million in tax refunds have been paid out. And just a reminder, the governor's office will be holding another public hearing on its TRAN bill, which proposes a $75 million line of credit. Adaloop maintains this will allow the payment of tax refunds within weeks after filing. The hearing is Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. at Adaloop.
Stick around for more news here on Primetime. You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Have you gotten paid yet? That's the premium automatic insurance deduction plan from CALVO'S Insurance. Paid simplifies your home and auto insurance. No down payment. No more long lines. And you can stretch your payments up to 12 months. Paid is convenient. It deducts from your payroll, your checking account, or your credit card. With Paid, you get up to 65% off your car insurance and enjoy lifestyle club discounts. Life can be easier when you get paid.
Call CALVO'S Insurance today and save on your home and auto insurance.
Two things come to play when talking about mobile data: price and speed. Let's look at what happens when we compare the competition against ITNE's $80 plan. Docomo's $79 plan comes with 6 gigs. ITNE's $80 plan comes with 20. GTA's $80 plan comes with 10 gigs. Better, but you get twice as much at ITNE. ITNE has the best network and the data to back it up. Get unlimited talk and text and 20 gigabytes for $80 at ITNE. Oh, and if you bring your own device, get 40 gigs.
Get more during our spring clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Inherit that go-anywhere attitude with the legendary rugged Jeep Wrangler 4x4 of the decade. For a limited time only, enjoy savings of $2,500 off. Or go beast mode and save up to $5,000 off Ram trucks, voted Guam's best 2 years in a row. Plus, well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing. Get to Cars Plus today for quick and easy financing during our spring clearance event. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
The Down Syndrome Association of Guam exists to support families of individuals with Down syndrome. We're a group of parents who have children with Down syndrome and know the joys and challenges of raising them. For more information about the health, development, and education of a child or adult with Down syndrome, please contact Vicky Areola at 472-6114.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Freshman Senator Fernando Esteves has been elected as the chairperson of the legislature's Ethics and Standards Committee. But because of their standing rules, they can't conduct investigations until a complaint is officially filed.
However, as Jason Salas reports, one senator wants the committee to get to work.
On session floor Monday, Democrat Joe San Agustin unsuccessfully tried to push through efforts to have the legislature's Ethics and Standards Committee convene.
All I want to do is put this to rest.
The freshman policymaker refers to concerns raised in local media stories about possible conflicts of interest and ethical violations.
There's Senator San Nicolas, there's Senator Spaldon, Senator Castro. I'm not comfortable with that. I mean, what is it going to be next week? It's going to be Senator San Agustin, Senator Muña, whatever comes out. I honestly believe the Ethics Committee should be looking at this.
Senator San Agustin believes that although no ethics complaints have been filed with the committee, it should not bar members to conduct investigations. Senator Fernando Esteves was recently elected as chairman of the Ethics and Standards Committee, and he disagrees with his colleague.
There's been a lot of concern about, the complaints or inaction. The reason is there's actually legal ramifications and there's a legal precedence about the complaint.
Senator Esteves says they have to follow their standing rules.
It would be inappropriate for me to move it forward. Furthermore, I would then have to recluse myself because as the accuser, the bias would be implied as to the process.
Senator Regine Bisco Lee has been elected as vice chair, and says their standing rules mandate that a formal ethics complaint must be filed in order for an investigation to be launched. Meanwhile, other members include Senators Tom Atta and Will Castro, who have come under scrutiny for a trip that he took in February. This is something Senator Snogestein is fighting for.
They're being attacked, and I want to be able to stand with them and defend them also at the same time. But if they did something wrong, then, stand up to it, do what you need to do, and let's clean it up.
More bills head to the voting file, one of them related to the 4-year-long delay of rebuilding Simon Sanchez High School and renovating several other public schools. A $100 million RFP for the project remains in limbo as a result of multiple protests and appeals filed by losing offer Cortec International. Bill 58 was introduced by Senator Tom Atta and would remove the mandate to use the RFP method and instead revert back to a traditional competitive sealed bidding procurement process. Only 2 people showed up to testify on the bill when it went up for a hearing.
One of the Education Board's newest members says there should be more public debate on local education policy in order to improve the system. In a wide-ranging speech before the Rotary Club, UOG Professor Dr. Ron McNinch floated a series of ideas. For example, while jury duty may be a civic responsibility, he argues that it's an unnecessary burden for adults still in school.
But we shouldn't force college students and compel them to drop everything, including their studies, to go to jury duty. We should have some accommodation there.
He also challenged the need for 4-year high schools. He asked, why not have year-round classes so students can finish in 3 years? McNinch also calls the current charter school law junk and suggests that high school seniors be allowed to start a career path sooner.
Why can't we have a 12th grade only charter school for a career like nursing or practical nursing or law enforcement or automotive? Why can't we have a 12th grade just for that within our existing school system? We don't have these conversations anymore.
McNinch was named to the Department of Education Board in November of last year.
3 individuals were caught red-handed dumping bags of trash and white goods near Leo Palace Sunday. Another resident witnessed the men drive up with trucks and white goods and alerted Dzaonya Mayor Jesse Blas. After speaking with the individuals who are Dzaonya residents, Blas said they agreed to take responsibility and help clean the area. He said the Dzaonya Mayor's office has aggressively been tackling illegal dumping, which has led to a significant decline over the past 4 months. Celebrating the love of culture, that's the theme for this year's Guam Micronesia Island Fair. Guam Visitors Bureau General Manager Nate Knight says the fair will be bigger than it's ever been before. The 5-day event will be held at the Chamorro Village in Hagåtña next month. It will feature an array of family fun-filled activities, performers, exhibitors, and food from local businesses.
The stations of KUAM.
We'll have different artists there, as well as our visiting islands from Micronesia. We have 7 confirmed delegations coming throughout Micronesia, as well as a delegation from Taiwan.
The GMIF is free and open to the public. It starts from May 3rd to the 7th at the Chamorro Village in Hagåtña.
Yeah, I heard there'll be free Wi-Fi and shuttle services for everyone wanting to attend. Well, still to come, sports, but first, a look at your island weather.
How can a modern family save money when companies ding you with surprise charges? I mean, seriously, data caps on home internet? I hate to be the bad guy here, but somebody has to keep us from busting our monthly data limit. Sorry, honey, we're out of data. But I'll tell you the ending. Plan dies. My family just wants to enjoy the internet on their schedules. Why does this have to be such a hassle?
Really, Mom? It's an online class. I need the internet to graduate.
Then go to the library. They have free internet, right?
This is so unfair.
My thoughts exactly.
Just a few more minutes, please.
I really don't want to nag, but money doesn't grow on... There's got to be a better way.
Free yourself. Switch to GTA Home Internet today. Truly unlimited with no data caps or additional usage fees.
Quarter pounder with cheese, now seared to be thicker and juicier. Only at McDonald's.
Let's welcome the first-time parents, the people with the dream to be their own boss. Let's welcome the things that inspire us, connect us. Let's welcome the college graduations, new beginnings, and happy ever afters. At Bank of Hawaii, we'd like to welcome you to all the new adventures, the next chapters, and all the great things you have to look forward to. Welcome to tomorrow. Bank of Hawaii.
This sale is so big, it's national. Get up to 5 medium pizzas for $6 each when you buy any medium or large pizza at menu price. You heard right. That's 5 medium pizzas for $6 each. The National Pizza Sale, only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
This is what precision looks like, helping you see what's hard to see, thanks to Terrain Denali's Side Blind Zone Alert that uses radar to watch your blind spots. So it's true. Mom does have eyes in the back of her head. The 2017 GMC Terrain Denali with Forward Collision Alert, Lane Departure Warning, Rear Cross Traffic Alert, and Side Blind Zone Alert.
Step up to GMC and get $2,000 bonus cash on select 2017 Terrain vehicles in stock. Visit AutoSpot GMC today.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Today, Guam, Chris Barnett Sports, proudly brought to you by Triple J on this Tuesday. GBA, Guam Basketball Association. We're getting closer to the playoffs, but not quite there yet, so teams ready to battle. Let's get right to it with some highlights from the GBA. UOG Tritons and defending GBA champs, the Tooth Fairies, taking to the UOG hardwood to get the second half of the GBA season underway. Tooth Fairies winning the first meeting between the two teams. The Tritons couldn't buy a bucket in the first quarter, not that they were selling them. The steal by James Stake, dribbles down the court, finds Jin Han trailing. Han with the pass back to Stake, who drives baseline and gets the reverse layup to go. Tooth Fairies start the game with a 10-0 run under their pillow. Another missed shot attempt here by UOG. Stake with another board. He finished with 10 boards in the game. James drives towards the basket, passes the ball to Irv Jose, who buries the deep ball like Pigo Cemetery. Irv with 3 straight threes. Tooth Fairies led 17-zip before the Tritons would score their first points of the game off a pair of Ryan Ngauta free throws. Nice screen by Jarek Regis to get an open look for Giorgio Meneses off the inbound from Rafi Sablan. Tooth Fairies get the win, making UOG defeat 109-66. James Stake led all scorers with 25 points. Teammate Canel Russ added 18. Ryan Ngauta led the Tritons in the loss with 15 points. In other games, GBA action, KFC Bombers 95, Mitsubishi Outlanders 81. Autospot Phoenix 182 over the Nerds. MVP Stars 116-102 over the KFC Bombers, and the Tooth Fairies 90-67 over Autospot Phoenix. IIAG Girls High School Soccer from St. John's Knights looking to hand the Geckos their first loss of the season. G-Dub unable to get any of their shots to go early in the match, continuing to attack the goal with good passing. Helena Garcia put through the game's first goal after dribbling past a couple defenders and taking the shot. G-Dub adding another goal a few minutes later as Colleen Naden found the back of the net after missing on a couple earlier tries. Naden would score another goal right as the first half came to an end, sending the game into halftime with the top-seeded Geckos up 3-0. Lady Gecks keeping the pressure on the St. John's keeper with more shots on goal throughout the half. Naden finishing with the hat trick, scoring her third goal of the game. Teammates Skylar Blue Johnson and Kiara Pangilinan added 2 more insurance goals to seal the deal. Knights, Jenna Hahn scored the lone goal for St. John's in the loss. They're now 3-4 in the year. Now the Geckos improved to 7-0 on the season and remain the only undefeated team in the league with a 6-1 win. Local JITS competitors getting a shot at taking home some medals along with bragging rights at this year's Marianas Open. Start time for this Sunday's event is 8 a.m. at the FD Phoenix Center. Previous Marianas Open tournaments have been broadcasted internationally, helping expose our island's local BJJ players.
It's always good to have good competition, especially locally. Kind of puts everybody in a little bit of warm-up, especially this becoming before Worlds and a lot of big tournaments. So I always believe that a lot of the tournaments locally kind of prepped everybody for stateside tournaments as well, you know. So it's always a stepping stone, and it's great that Marianas does this every year.
Felipe Pena is back to defend his crown after defeating 2015 champion Keenan Cornelius. Now, a handful of other black belt competitors will have an opportunity to win up to $10,000. Earl Arnold is a first-time competitor looking forward to stepping on the mat.
What I've heard about the Marianas Open is one of the biggest tournaments in the Pacific. I'm looking forward to testing my skill. Been a blue belt for about a year. I want to see how much I've grown since my last tournament.
Guam repping to the fullest in the Philippines at the CrossFit Asian Championships. Custom Fitness's Lions Paul Claros took first in the Legacy Division. His twin brother Ryan stood in for him at the podium, and no one had a clue. Annie Leon Guerrero took third in the Women's Legacy Division. The Legacy Division, similar to a Masters Division but a little younger. And Custom Fitness's Jess Andrews took first in the Women's Elite Division. This is the second time Custom Fitness has sent a team to participate in the PI CrossFit tournament. Congrats to the Quality Distributors FC U18 team for winning the 2017 Aloha Made Minette Good Cup Elite Youth League Spring Season. Quality won the championship match against the Wings Red 3-1. Eddie Huang, James Lee, and Samuel Larkin scored the goals in their team's win, while Devin Mendiola scored the Wings Red, scored for Wings Red in his team's losing effort. All right, whoo, that was a jam-packed show, man. Hey, until tomorrow, Wednesday, you guys keep on shining, Guam. Adios!
It's tax time. You've got a refund. You checked the mail? Haven't got your refund yet? During Nissan's 17th Annual Easy 1040 Refund Event, everybody gets a refund up to $7,000 cash with your new Nissan. Use it towards your down payment, drop the price, or take the cash. The Nissan Easy 1040 Refund Event going on now, where everybody gets a refund. Take your guest ride today or get the details at NissanGuam.com.
Y'all think the key to success is hard work or learning? Wrong. Success isn't earned, it's eaten. And nothing says success like gold. The new, delicious KFC Georgia Gold Chicken with its tangy honey mustard barbecue taste that says, hey world, I eat gold. New KFC Georgia Gold. It's finger-licking gold.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
Meet Hoist Gracie. 7th degree black belt, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, mixed martial artist legend, and all-around tough guy. Some things in life just aren't as tough as Hoist. For Hoist, only things built for the big boys will do.
Yes, hi. I'm looking for a big boy truck. I'm ready for one.
Most things in life aren't quite built tough enough. Except for this. A America's best-selling truck for 40 years straight. When you're ready for a big boy truck, Triple J Ford is the place.
You need to get a big boy truck.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shoutouts from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Happy 3rd birthday, Destiny, from Mommy, Daddy, and the whole family. Ethan EJ Guerrero, happy 11th birthday to you. Sophia Sanchez, thank you for all that you do. Love to your fan band.
Happy birthday to you, Jessa Mesa. Happy birthday, love your family and friends. Happy birthday to you, Johnny R. Acosta from Agate. Love the Familia, and happy belated birthday to Mia Ave.